Hi guys, Exeter Rider. So this week we have Nick in front. He has a YouTube channel called Icedidy, and he has the new Honda Hornet 750. I first met him at the Saddlebags ride out on Dartmoor, and yeah, very nice chap. So we're going to pull over in a minute and we're going to have a little chat about his bike and what he likes and perhaps maybe what he doesn't like as well. Okay, this is Nick from Icedidy.
Hello,
YouTube.
You all right?
Thanks for coming along.
No problem.
This week we're going to be talking about the Honda Hornet, and it's all right hearing from what I say about the bike, but I want to hear from an owner. Let's go right back to the beginning. Where did you start out with biking?
It's 16 in 1994.
Something.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
We moved out of town and I had to have a bike to get backwards and forwards to work. And that's where I started, on a GT50.
Oh, yes. Two-strokers, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I ran out of two-stroke and seized it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but it was all right.
Yeah.
Let it cool down, put some more in and off you go.
Yeah.
No problem. An AR125, which was absolutely appalling.
Right.
Wouldn't do more than 40.
Okay.
Then I went to a TZR125, which was very nice.
Yeah, that's the Yamaha, isn't
Yamaha
it? Yeah.
TZR125, yeah, with the power valve. That was quite quick for a 125.
Yeah.
And then it was on to, I think, a ZZR250.
Yeah.
Then it was an RGV 250.
Right. Who you make them?
Suzuki.
Oh, yeah.
And that was very nice. Quick, like a scalded cat, that was.
Yeah.
Then a Bandit 600.
Yeah.
And then my final bike, when I quit biking for a while, was a GSXR 600.
Oh, yes.
In 98, that was a new one. 99, sorry, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
So you had a break, and how long was the break for? Was it
about 20 years, I think.
Oh, really?
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowhere to keep a bike, no off-road parking, no garage, nothing like that.
Yeah. And it's always difficult having that gap because you see people on bikes riding by. It never leaves you, does it?
No.
You always want to get back on and get another bike.
And I became that thing that when we were teenagers on bikes, you'd see born-again bikers, as we used to call them.
Yeah.
You know, people who'd had a long break, had kids, like most people do, got back into biking, and here I am, a born-again biker.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And what did you have when you went back to biking?
Royal Enfield Classic 500.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favourites.
Yeah, in the black and cream, I think, is the colour scheme for it.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that one then?
I did, but I didn't get to ride it very much because I had oil leak problem with it. The day after it arrived from Peterborough,
yeah.
The dealer wasn't. I can understand they weren't too chuffed about having to haul it back to Peterborough. So I found somebody in the area to look at it under warranty on their behalf. 2 head gaskets later, it was still leaking oil, like a sieve. But I found that it was the engine temperature sensor was broken.
Oh, I see.
Hairline crack round it, and it was just leaking oil out through there. So.
What year was that? What year bike was it?
2018, I think it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I know.
Because I don't know if you know, but I'm a big fan of the Classic 500.
Yeah. Saddlebags has got a nice one, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Ernie.
Yeah.
Obviously the all-year motorcyclist.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But it is funny because I was speaking to a local dealer a little while ago actually, and he was saying that you either get a really good one or a really bad one.
You do. Yeah. They're either reasonably smooth for a single Enfield, or they can be an absolute pig.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I didn't get to do too many miles on it. I sold that, and I got a Moto Guzzi V7 Cafe Classic. Oh yes. Which was quite nice.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the riding position wasn't doing me any favours in the neck department.
Right. Yeah.
So
and as we get older, you want something a bit,
it was
sat upright,
causing a lot of pain and discomfort. So I had to get shot of that. I got the W800.
Yeah, which are lovely bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the CAF one or was it the?
No, it was the street one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice bike. But it was I've got to get rid of one. I've got to find another bike. So it wasn't a passion purchase.
Yeah.
It was almost a needs must.
Yeah.
And I mulled it over for quite some time before buying it. So I only had that one probably about 6 months, I think.
Yeah. And that leads us to the Honda Hornet, does it?
The Hornet. Yeah. Don't know why. I saw them on a video. I think it was probably somebody who subscribes to the All Year Motorcyclist was getting one. Saw a photo of it and I just thought, I like that.
Yes, yeah.
I like that. So I looked into it and all the reviews were very good.
Did you test ride one before you bought it? Oh,
blind purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was lucky.
It was.
Yeah.
So it had to work.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know what it was about it. I just liked the look of it, like the idea of it, and everybody raved about the engine.
Yeah. So you must have had one of the first ones then, I would imagine.
Probably. Yeah.
And how do you get on with it overall? I mean, do you do mainly motorway miles or in-town miles?
No,
or?
mainly round town, B roads, you know, some fast A roads, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's only for pleasure.
Yes.
And when the weather's good, commuting to work.
Yes. Yeah. And you get plenty of pleasure out of these bikes, don't you?
You do.
When you open them up.
Oh, too right.
Yeah. That's one thing that's really shocked me. Although you'd expect it from a 750 to go quick, it's blistering. It really is blistering quick, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to hold on for dear life when, when you wind it up.
Yeah, and it does a lot of that as well.
It does. It gets very light at the front if you're not careful.
Yeah. But at the same time, I know I said this to you off camera, but it doesn't egg you on to do that, does it?
No.
It's still quite nice to plod around
You can plod around, you can poodle around on it. It doesn't, you know, as you say, it's not always goading you into rev the death out of it.
No.
But
Best of both worlds, really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is nice to wind it up.
Yes.
There's no two ways about it.
A bit of fun, yeah, absolutely. How about in town? How do you find the throttles?
Bit snatchy, in fairness. It's, but as we were discussing, I think that's probably down to the engine braking more than anything.
Right.
If you can turn that down, turn that off, it's a lot better. But yeah, it's throttle by wire.
What do you mainly ride in? Sport, or standard, or?
I usually leave it in standard because it's nice to put it in sport to enjoy the sport. If you're always in sport, you know, it's maybe psychological probably, but it's nice to be able to put it in sport and think of that as a bit of fun mode.
Yes. And you're telling me about the dash as well, that it's got Bluetooth connectivity.
Yes.
I haven't sorted that out yet on this one. It's something I want to try and do.
It's got the navigation, turn-by-turn navigation.
Yeah.
If you've got a headset, it will tell you where to go.
Fantastic.
Quite handy.
And does it take up the whole screen?
No, it's just the little
right-hand side.
Little green square in the bottom right-hand corner. That's all
brilliant.
it is.
It's funny actually because I actually got lost coming out here, but if I had that, I would have been all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And is it easy to navigate as well?
The screen?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It's quite a lot on there, isn't there?
There is. It's mainly just hold left, hold right, and go through the menus that way.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't do very much whilst riding other than change the rider mode and that sort of thing. But yeah, the menu's fine to navigate through.
Have you done any two-up riding?
No, not yet.
No.
So
it's not. I mean, it's a small seat on the back there.
Yeah.
They got to be pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty brave, really.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what it'd be like. Twos up. Probably wouldn't make a whole lot of difference to it.
Probably not. It might soften it out a bit.
Yeah.
That's the problem, though, isn't it? Is that the seat is so small on the back.
It's not inviting, is it?
No. And I'd imagine it's pretty hard as well. So that is pretty much a standard bike, apart from the pannier set.
Panniers, yeah. Quick shifter.
Oh, of course, the quick shifter. How much is it, the upgrade? Oh, heated grips, yeah. Some must have, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much is it for the optional quick shifter?
I think it was about $250.
That's not bad.
Not too bad at all.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
And it's a worthwhile addition because it really lends itself to having a quick shifter.
It does. And the nice rev and pop as you go down through the gearbox is always nice.
And you say you can adjust that on the...
You can, yeah. You can adjust the how hard you got to move the gear shifter, soft, medium, and hard, basically.
Yeah.
I got mine set to soft.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'd probably have the same. Yeah. And what would you change about the bike if you could?
Certainly the mirrors, but You know, that's
seems to be
probably
the
the
same
same with most bikes, and the mirrors aren't always fantastic.
Yeah.
And of course, riding it in the wet, there is no mudguard at the front, at the back. It's straight over all the front of the engine.
Yes. I'm surprised they haven't sorted that out yet.
No.
It's obviously a styling exercise, isn't it?
It
to
is,
sell the bike.
and the rear. They really should have just put some sort of hugger in. I put a hugger on mine.
Yeah.
Only a
Is that
GP.
pyramid?
It is, yeah. You know, it's only a cable tie job, but it keeps nearly everything off the rear shock because it's so exposed down there. And I think in the wet you do get quite a bit of spray up around here as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you may or may not have found yet, I don't know.
And when you bought this bike, was it the white and red that you wanted?
It
You just
was.
thought, I can see why. That's what I'd go for as well.
Yeah. I have them all.
You got it pretty quick, because in this day and age, they're a bit slow getting the bikes out still, aren't they?
I think total turnaround was about 3 weeks.
That's quick, yeah.
Which is pretty quick. Because they're out to September now. Which is a bit of a wait if you want one.
Yeah. Of course, they got the Transalp coming soon as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
When we're filming this, I think the Transalp has just come out in the shops, hasn't it?
Yeah.
In the showroom, so...
And that's out to February.
Yeah. I'd imagine that's a beast with that engine.
It is. It is. And it's surprisingly big as well, considering it's a Hornet frame, Hornet subframe with a few tweaks to it.
Yeah. Is it a 21-inch front on that one, I think?
It's
Was it a 19? Oh, no, sorry, not on this one, on the Transalp.
on the Transalp. I think it's a 19, I'm not 100%
I think it is,
on that. But yeah, I had to sit on one today and it was, surprisingly
That
big.
good, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit like you want to buy one.
Well, you never know.
I must admit, it's one that I'm very much looking forward to trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, with that engine in it, it should be oodles of fun.
Yes.
You know, best of everything, really.
And mapped differently as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps a bit lower.
Yeah, and it's got more rider modes as well. It's got a gravel mode as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So 5 if you include the user, which...
Yeah.
you can...
Have you set the user?
No.
No.
I haven't felt the need to be honest. You know, between range, standard and sport, it does what you want it to.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm really happy with it.
How about the suspension? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, it's firm,
Yeah.
but fair.
But you'd expect it?
Well, exactly, that's what it's about, isn't it? You know, you don't want it wallowing everywhere and getting out of shape.
No. Seat comfort?
Hard. I have found it hard. I put it down to me not being particularly bike fit. You know, I can't say I've ever really do more than 45 minutes in the saddle, so doing an hour, 2 hours is a bit painful, but...
Strangely enough, I've come up here today, was it 20 miles, 30 miles from Exeter?
Yeah.
And I've been fine. But when I was going through doing city traffic yesterday, I got off after about an hour and I felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't get rid of it, can you?
You can't.
Once it's there,
it don't matter how much you shift around, you got to stop.
Yeah. But no, it's I think this one might be one of the packs, maybe because I got the bar ends here, got the crash bungs on the side.
I think it's a sport pack.
Oh,
it comes with the tail cowling, as you say, the bar ends, the crash sliders, and the quick shifter.
Yeah. I don't know how much that is on top of your head, yeah?
No.
It's not normally a lot though, is it?
Not too much, no. Although the bar ends probably look better on this one because they're red.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it would suit that bike, wouldn't it?
I probably should have got the stickers for the wheels.
See, I don't really go much on the stickers because I just think...
They just wash off. That was my concern, so I didn't.
Exactly, yeah. Get the pressure washer out. I know people say you shouldn't pressure wash your bike, but if you're careful, it's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first thing that's going to start to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I must admit, if I bought a Hornet, I think I'll probably go for yours, your colour.
Yeah.
And your setup as well with the quick shifter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I personally like a screen. You know,
of course,
much as I love this bike, and it's great to open up, so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, but without having this sort of litre bike speed, it's still very fast, isn't it? And you feel the pull as well.
Oh, you do. Yeah, you got to hold on.
Yeah. And the front end gets very light. I thought it had anti-wheelie controlling
has.
these? You got to turn it on.
No, I think it's set in there under the traction control, sort of doubles up as anti-wheelie.
Oh, okay.
Obviously don't work very well. But
I do find as well with this, when I was coming up on the dual carriageway today, the way that they've angled this, it tends to cut the air.
you get clean air behind it, which you know, some screens push it straight here, and you get buffeting.
Yes.
At least it's clean air.
And it goes all around you as well.
Yeah.
And even on my legs, I noticed that I wasn't getting next to nothing, probably because of these side cowls here that probably just shoves it away.
Yeah. They do a little peak screen for it as an optional extra. But I might just wait to see what Pyramid and a few others come out with.
Yeah.
Seen some designs for that look quite nice.
Yeah.
They do a belly pan. They're in the process of designing a belly pan for it as well.
So am I right in saying this is your first Honda?
It is my first Honda.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds brilliant, doesn't it?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Again, if you're not sure, go and ride one, or just go and listen to one in the flesh.
Listen to one on my video.
On the video, yeah. It sounds nice, and it sounds nice on the overroad. As well.
Yeah.
It's quite deep.
Yeah.
Rumble to it.
Yeah. And even where, you know, when you're doing 70 miles an hour, you still get a nice power, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. But then Honda tuned the exhaust for it. It's got a larger pipe and a smaller pipe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Because a lot of bikes I ride these days, they're always lacking a bit of grunt,
Yeah.
bit of noise. But yeah, this is fantastic.
It is.
You know, and I think the actual engine that they've designed itself, obviously is going to be future-proofing for the next 5 years, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But it's great power, great noise, looks good. It seems to have a lot going for it, doesn't it?
I think it does. And the price.
Yeah.
That was the you know, deal sealer was, you know, 6,999 on the road.
Yeah.
By the time you start adding toys to it, obviously, but
they're not, with it being Honda, it's not like, shall I say it, BMW toys, is it?
No.
You're not going up £500 at a time.
no.
I mean, for a few £100, if you get the sports pack with the bungs and the bar ends there, or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
you get value for money. I think.
You do. The most expensive thing for it is the luggage. That was about 700 quid.
Was it?
Yeah.
How big is the luggage? Is it?
I can't think of the capacity of it off the top of my head, but there's, you know, a couple of boxes that size for the panniers.
Yeah.
Decent tail pack, although it does rub annoyingly on the plastic there.
Oh, okay.
So you probably have to put something under there.
Yeah.
And it just straps onto these straps here.
I see. Yeah. Might
There's
send me
a-
a picture of that if
I
you
will,
would, and I'll stick.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
And they double up as great crash barriers for when you drop it.
Yes. I'm sure that's not going to happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
not getting anywhere.
They knew I was getting this one because they put the crash bits on the side.
Preempted it.
Yeah. No ice around anyway, so. I know you said that there isn't much you changed then about the bike. Are you quite happy with it?
I'm quite happy with it. I mean, if you could, it'd be nice to have slightly smoother throttle response in and around town, but
Yeah.
you get used to it.
You do
You
get
know.
used to it, don't you?
You do.
I have had a lot worse, and I would say that it is a bit parky, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the only thing I would change really is the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a fundamental. You're sat on there for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think, although it wouldn't put me off buying the bike, it's still something to think about.
Yeah. They do a different seat for it, but I don't know if it's any different other than simply it's different material.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's grey and red.
Yeah.
But it's not sold as a sort of touring seat or anything like that, or
Right.
a comfort pack. It is just, it looks
Just for looks.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And at the end of the day, the way I see it is if I did buy a Hornet, then just take it down to the local saddle merchant and
Yeah.
they'll sort it out, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention as well is the clutch is nice and light, which is a typical Honda trait, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Slipper clutch. Yeah.
Gearbox is fine compared with the Motor Guzzi I had.
Yeah.
The gearbox is very nice. Not as smooth as the W800 though, the gearbox,
No.
I found.
The W800 was a really nicely finished bike, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Highly underrated, I think.
Yeah,
and
not very
overlooked.
popular.
No. I think that
maybe
might be because of the price.
It was expensive for what it was and what it was competing against.
Yeah.
You know, Royal Enfield kind of cornered the market there, didn't they?
Yeah, and we have to remember that when the W800 was at its peak, Royal Enfield were just coming in with the Interceptor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really enjoyed that bike, and I thought the finishing of it was a really nice bike to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you're going to keep this for a long time yet, but...
Yeah, a couple of years at least.
And if you were to change, are you going to go for like a sports tour? Well, this isn't a sports tour, it's a naked, isn't it?
It's a naked.
Would you go naked again? Or? That sounds awful. Would you have a naked bike again?
Yes, but I'm quite taken by the Transalp.
Yes.
That engine with an all-round package, with a screen, yeah, I think it's a winner.
I must admit, I'm looking at the Transalp, and that's top of my list at the moment.
Obviously, it's a lot more expensive.
How much is it?
Just under 10.
Is it?
999, I think. 999, yeah.
But again, when you think about the competition...
It's in under the price point.
Yeah.
It's the Hornet of its bracket, isn't it?
Yeah.
As far as price goes.
Because even the 850 GS, which I guess might be the closest to the Transalp, is, you know, well over, I think it's 11 something now. So, and let's be honest, Honda are going to be more reliable, I would imagine, and cheaper to run and cheaper to service, longer service intervals. What are the service intervals?
8,000 miles.
Right.
So 600 for your first service.
Which you've had today.
Had today.
Yeah.
And then every 8,000 miles.
Yeah.
Which is quite a lot.
It is. Yeah. That's more than fair, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're doing high mileage, it's a good bonus.
Yeah. And the future of your channel, are you going to do more vloggy stuff? Is that your style?
Yeah, vloggy really. Not into reviewing, that sort of thing. There's plenty of people who do it far better than I ever could.
Yeah. Well, it's anyone can pick it up. Anyone can learn it.
Yeah. So just vlogging for now, and you know, out and about, as I say, drone stuff, places of interest.
See where it takes you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, Nick, I'm going to leave you there. You've taken some time out of work today, so thank you very much for your time. Now, Nick's got a YouTube channel, Icedidy, so I'll put a link up for his channel at the end, so take a look if you like it, subscribe to him, give this video a like, it'd be much appreciated, and I'll see you 4 o'clock next Sunday. Thanks guys, cheers.
That was nice talking to Nick. What a lovely chap. Very much appreciate his time. So that's it for now, and I'll catch you 4 PM next Friday. Thanks, Nick. Cheerio, mate. You too. Cheers, pal.